Well, hello. Let me just switch this off. Well, hello. How are you all today? I hope you are well. Wow, already. Hello, Harmony. Perfect timing. Yes, it was. Angie Dare, hello. Well, first of all, I want to tell you about some breaking news that have just dropped, and it's got nothing to do with anything on YouTube. Nothing to do with anything on YouTube. Nothing at all. But it's breaking news. So as you know, I'm working in the hotel quarantine area for the tennis. Tomorrow, the players, they can't. So currently all the players are flown into Australia. They've been put into quarantine. They've had to have a COVID test before they left. And now they have to have daily tests, just like the rest of us. I've had 3 tests now, 1 nasal and throat swab and 2 salivas. So day 7, I've got to go back and have another proper test. Anyway, it's just been revealed. So we'd heard that 2 players had tested positive for COVID yesterday. And so everybody on that plane, all 24, all people, are now locked in their rooms for the next 14 days. Players, officials, everybody, their close contacts. So the Australian Open's trying to get exercise equipment into all the rooms now of all the players that are unable to practice. But this is just come in. I've just picked this up. I got an alert on my phone. Let me just share this with you. And this shows you exactly how scary what I'm doing, even though there's nothing really scary about it. But it says the Under Fire, nice media upbeat up. Hello, Chakoti and Hal Frizo. The Under Fire Australian Open has been rocked after 47 players travelling on 2 charter planes into Australia have had to go into hard lockdown after positive COVID tests from people on the flight. So there's been another flight now affected. After 24 players on a flight from LA that arrived on Friday were confined to their hotel rooms, a further 23 players on a flight that arrived from Abu Dhabi not long after were given the same message. Tournament organisers have confirmed that there was 1 positive test from a passenger who is not a player on the flight from the UAE. They said the passenger had tested negative before joining the flight. There were 64 people on the flight, including 23 players. All passengers from the flight are already in quarantine hotels, and the positive cases, who are not the players and had tested negative before the flight, have been transferred to a health hotel. Apparently there's a health hotel. Hello, Thea. The 2 positive COVID cases came from the flight from LA, including 1 crew member. So it's scrambling so the second person tested positive on the flight from LA, which arrived Friday morning, and so one's not a player. So they are the first positive cases among a large contingent of players and officials arriving in Australia for the Open. All players coming to Australia secured a daily 5-hour training period during their mandatory quarantines, part of their conditions allowing the Open to go ahead. But as close contacts of the positive cases, the players are now confined to their hotel rooms. So they will not be able to practice. So the affected players include Japanese player and world number 41 Kai Nozaki, I cannot pronounce him, Ugandan world number 68 Pablo Cuevas, and doubles Mexican player San Diego Gonzalez. According to the sources with knowledge of the situation, Nishikari and members of his entourage have returned negative results. So they're delivering exercise bikes to the rooms of all the players now that are going to have to quarantine in their room. So today, as I said, it's like nothing related to what we talk about, but we did simulations today in full PPE of what we're going to have to do, and it's, you know, it is hard. I mean, you got these little tiny little toilets that you've got to, be in full PPE for. So it's and all the cleaning. So it's pretty it's pretty full on. So the quarantine program started on Friday night, so Thursday night. So it's like a little bit scary in some ways as well. So anyway, so starting tomorrow, we start the players start to get their they get their 5 hours of training. So what happens, there's 9 courts. One player starts on one court. 5 minutes later, the next player starts on the next court, and they run with 5-minute intervals. So yeah, so that's that breaking news. Other thing that I discovered was somebody there was a Twitter conversation involving Saltsy, and it relates back to this one. And you may remember this Twitter post where he says, please let me or Lani know if there's any evidence that KJ's deleted relevant evidence. Then the next tweet, please provide us with the tape. And then someone says here, KJ said on Twitter she's not worried. She's got receipts. I believe it might be the DMs that she said she was going to change to make it look better for her. I sure hope there's a way to prove changes. This is what Saltsy said, and this is more like, for me, this is another bomb drop. Hello, Beth. All right, like, get ready with your bomb. All right, this is on Twitter. This is what Saltsy says. We spoke to Lori-Ann for 11 hours. 11 hours. 2 witnesses on the line and wrote down everything she said. We reviewed her emails and quoted them. We drafted the declaration with her. We sent it to her and read every word with her and verified each sentence. She then signed it. She even opened up her Twitter account and emails for us to review. We have no reason to believe Lori-Ann to have been untruthful. Saltsy has the emails and the Twitter account. Saltsy. Saltsy has her email account, access to her email account and Twitter account. He's seen it. How's that for a bomb? And then someone else has written, we are not worried about Lori-Ann being truthful. We're worried about what KJ can do. We know what KJ is. Lori-Ann did the honourable thing. They spent 11 hours with her. That, to me, and he's put this on Twitter. This is on Twitter. This is on Twitter. This is under the conversation where he asks for anybody that had seen evidence from her. This includes deleting statements from viewers stating they are from Washington. So this is a tweet that he did on January the 13th, January the 16th, and he wrote this 19 hours ago. 19 hours ago. This is his response. Saltsy has receipts, says Hal Freeze over. Yes, so if KJ changes anything, there will be a comparison, says Kim. Yes. And I just like this. We reviewed her emails, so they've read them. We sent it to her and read every word with her and verified each sentence. She even opened up her Twitter account and emails to us to review. They have every one of the emails. I'm not surprised when it comes to solicitors. That, like, for me, that is just the biggest, like, that is nearly the second shocking thing that's happened this week. Oh, the time, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, they had to get it through quickly, I guess. But yeah. Wow, hey, how's that for exploding? That just blew my mind. And I actually was watching a video by Drama and Opinions, and somebody mentioned it. So I thought, well, I'm not just going to quote it because someone's written it. Then I came home and I searched for it. I just did a search and found the Twitter. Just checked through what Saltsy had written on, on Twitter, and there it was. So there you go. There's also, I know that people have sent in some stuff today of deleted comments. And there was apparently a troll in one of the lives today called Michael Brown that allegedly, because I didn't see it, told KJ to SFU, and he says, "You're killing me here," allegedly, because I didn't see it, but I have no doubt it would be deleted now. So, what do you reckon about that one? Yes, he's asking about Sophie and the digging KJ did. Yes, I know. He's starting to dig. Remember what happened? Yes, someone in Reddit said Susan, who was chastised for mentioning her child, has unsubbed her and gone to Saltsy. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So she did tweet quite a. There was a few tweets today. Apparently, to quote, 4 hours ago, I'm going to keep being an outraged citizen that a party in our government has been poisoned by lies and conspiracies. Sorry if that upsets you, but I'm not okay with the truth or the facts being called fake news. So she's she was on a Jeffree Star rampage and Trisha Paytas rampage today. She attacked a whole pile of people today. Yes, it does. It all goes against KJ because I think that the thing is that they wanted all of this. They wanted to be able to, I guess, use Lori-Ann for her, to try and benefit her, but it's turned around. I just looked at Reddit. Yes, she is getting herself into more trouble. She is. Yeah, there was there's a lot of Trisha Paytas stuff today. So I'm gonna. There was something that was. There was an interesting one today. There's a couple of interesting tweets. So it says, "Being super busy taking care of administrative stuff for my business. I should have some videos out later today. I just don't know when. Sorry for the delay." And she talks about the fact that her son's special education teacher is teaching him about racism. And one of the comments there says that he, what was it? Too many kids are unaware of it. Yeah. So, it was this one, wasn't it? If only you could be a role model to your son, Katie. Right? What is totally self-serving comment. There's nothing she won't say and nothing she won't use to try and make herself look good. Lately, she's really into being the white savior. Racism begins at home. My son has ASD and a low IQ, but this is something he has been raised knowing and understanding, just like getting dressed. Why is a teacher needing to teach an 8-year-old not to be racist? So anyway, yes, we do. Hey, Gail. Yes, so far I got, when I went for my COVID test today, I said I'm going for my third negative. I said, come on, give me three negatives. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't, like, I've been at work, so I haven't really picked up the full story about what happened to Trisha Paytas, but it doesn't sound good. But the other thing I will say is that my understanding is that she's also been a little bit problematic from my understanding, but I don't really know what's, the full story. That's really hot. So I thought in our normal fashion, let's do a live reaction. So I got told this was fairly boring, but I figured that if it was going to be boring, I actually watched the first 5 seconds on the train, and I had to stop because I was already yelling. Yeah, Beth, you're right, kills me when KJ talks about other parenting and she doesn't spend time. Well, didn't she do a video today about the Duggars, about a parenting fail or something, and she got called out about that as well? I mean, and the thing is, she seems to be making all these Duggar videos because she knows she can get the views with the Duggars. So this is titled After Show. Oh, you've had the heater on, Hell Freeze Over. I haven't. It was a bit cold today, but let me tell you, with the PPE on, I was sweating. When I took it all off, I was just sweat. Oh, it's nice in Breaking Hill, is it? Cool. All right. So I've sped up the talking so it can be more bearable for the rest of us. All right. So this is After Show Party. Now, yeah, let's just see what happens.
For my last stream, and this channel has way too many trolls that there's absolutely no way, given what's going on in my private life, that I can have this as an open chat. My other channel is large enough where there's a bigger audience that can kind of deal with the trolly behavior. But unfortunately, on this channel, I just don't have enough people, and the trolls that come here are disruptive and overwhelming.
So she starts off the whole video talking about trolls. So it's a members only chat because she's got no mods available and she doesn't have enough people to control the trolls. Yeah. So Gail, you just missed, I just showed, if you go back a little bit earlier, Saltsy posted that they'd spent 11 hours on the phone with Laurie Ann and she gave them access to all her emails and her Twitter account. So he has it all. She got frustrated for her husband going to sleep when he was supposed to. Well, really? Oh, I shouldn't laugh. Tempted to put the head on. Yeah, the PPE works. Oh, that's awful because she never spends. No. All right. So I believe that yeah. But I saw that somebody had tagged Saltsy in some Twitter screenshots showing that comments had been deleted. And one of the comments that got deleted was asking her whether she was on whether she was going on Instagram. Go, it doesn't seem that way. If Saltsy's got all of Laurie Ann's email communication and all of the Twitter and the whole Twitter account, and they've got access to that. So that's why Laurie Ann's Twitter account's back up, because it was reactivated for Saltsy. So if that's the case, they have everything that they need and more.
Overwhelming. And so I have to have members only chat on. There is a $1.99 members option. I don't have the join link, but I do not have an actual, I don't have any moderators right now. I don't know where they are. They don't work for me. So it's mostly just like volunteering, and I can't expect them to be there on a short whim. So.
It's like she can't even organize. Oh, sorry. I realized I wasn't sharing. Sorry. All right. Let me take this back. I'm sorry. I've messed this up.
Large enough where there's a bigger audience that can kind of deal with the trolly behavior. But unfortunately, on this channel, I just don't have enough people, and the trolls that come here are disruptive and overwhelming. And so I have to have members only chat on. There is a $1.99 members option. I don't have the join link, but I do not have an actual
So she doesn't have the join link. So if you want to join, it's tough luck because she doesn't have the join link. Can I just say that uncivil laws 99 cents? Just saying.
I don't have any moderators right now. I don't know where they are. They don't work for me, so it's mostly just like volunteering, and I can't expect them to be there on a short whim. So, and I got rid of a lot of my moderators. I don't really have very many right now. I don't really trust a lot of people, and nobody new will be added. So right now on this channel, it'll be members only, but there is a $1.99 option if you want to participate in the chat.
Didn't she say that Jessie Bear was contract, or has that? Well, so I haven't seen a lot of Jessie Bear lately, so I'm wondering whether Jessie Bear's jumped ship too. Hey, the Amber Chick, how you going? This is Gail softening with the hair. No, they don't jump. Well, she hasn't had a lot of moderators in at all, very much. So she's trying to get them. She's saying you got to pay $1.99 if you want to join the chat.
This is a much more chill channel for sure. It's just like very laid back. I give you a little bit more of me, and I hope you guys understand. The comments often, the open chats can be pretty overwhelming, and honestly, right now with the amount of scrutiny and everything that's going on around me, there's just a lot of misinformation, and so I don't want that derailing my content. It's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to talk about anything related to anything that people want to talk about, and it's just totally inappropriate, and it distracts everyone. So to be honest, I just want to keep things moving. We're not here for my drama.
Well, maybe. I mean, I wonder whether Salts is going to get a subpoena from Jessie Bear, because I mean, a subpoena Jessie Bear. Maybe. Look at that face. Look at the face that she's pulling. So someone says, I don't blame you after seeing some of the open chats, because apparently her trolls want to feed misinformation. A legal document is not. No. Why is she mentioning today that she doesn't have any moderators? I don't know. And considering that during one of her lives that anything related to the lawsuit was actually deleted, she can't blame her moderators because she was the only one that was there. She was the only one there, so she's the only one that could have deleted. Yeah, look at the face. Hey, Maris. Yeah, we are here for your drama, Cisco. Yeah, we are. That's the only reason why we sit through it, right?
As much as people want to say that. Hola. So, it's been quite the week. We just did a live stream on my other channel where we talked about Trisha Paytas and everything that happened with Jeffree Star, and some people were like, "No, Trisha doesn't have my sympathy. This is ridiculous. I'll never forgive Trisha." Other people were like, "This is horrible. I can't believe people would say this about her." At the end of the day, like, yeah, I think a lot of people right now are scared because they just feel like they're going to get overrun with hate, and I don't want you guys to feel like you can't have a place where you interact. Like, I felt like the last chat for the live stream was overwhelmingly positive. Yes, there was some people that were for sure like not positive, but you're never gonna have 100% of people agree with you. I didn't see a ton of trolling, which was really good. What has made me sad in all of this is that people feel like supporting me is like put them in a place where they get attacked, and I don't think that's cool. Like, I don't think people should be attacking anyone just because they support someone.
Hang on. She doesn't believe anyone should be attacked because they support somebody. What about all of those people that support the current president? Let's not talk about the new president, because we're still all the Republicans. Hasn't she been attacking them? The Amber Chick, she swears she only uses members only because she has no mods, as if she. I know she does. Hey, Crescendo. Look, so let me just put that. I'm just going to take that back a little bit, right? Because I just want you to hear that she doesn't want people to feel attacked. And yet, anyway.
Yeah, I think a lot of people right now are scared because they just feel like they're going to get overrun with hate, and I don't want you guys to feel like you can't have a place where you interact. Like, I felt like the last chat for the live stream was overwhelmingly positive. Yes, there was some people that were for sure like not positive, but you're never gonna have 100% of people agree with you. I didn't see a ton of trolling, which was really good. What has made me sad in all of this is that people feel like supporting me is like put them in a place where they get attacked, and I don't think that's cool. Like, I don't think people should be attacking anyone just because they support someone. Like, you just should like the creators you like and then not have to deal with the creators that you don't like. Like, there's creators I don't personally like, but I don't personally want you to attack them, right? You don't have to say things to them, right? You can think things, but you don't have to say them.
So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that one.
You don't have to go to their channels and whatever, you know? I think people should be able to, yeah, people are getting bullied just for sticking up for me, and there's just this overwhelming narrative right now that I lie about everything, and that's just simply not true at all. But I can't really, you know, there's only so much I can do and say at this point. And I've just come to this place where it's more important to me as a creator to focus on those people that are here for me.
And there's not much more she can do or say, but she's already said lots.
That do want to watch and do support. And even if you don't support and you're still watching, you're still making me money. So thank you. I mean, honestly, if you're here to watch my every move, you're literally paying my bills. So whether you are here to watch me because you like me or hate me, it still makes me money. I always think that, you know, I criticize other channels, but I don't know. I feel like with Trisha Paytas, this really gets to me because I feel like people think that it's scary to be on the receiving end of what she goes through, and because I've been there on a much smaller scale. And it's really scary to be in that position because if you as a creator put your neck out and say, I like this creator, but nobody else does, then immediately everyone that doesn't like her will be like, well, I hate you. How can you like her? She's so problematic. I didn't know that we got to dictate who each other likes. I didn't know that we had to live in a place where you get to decide what makes me happy and I get to decide what makes you happy.
I come back once again to the politicians, the Republicans, because they don't think like her, because she doesn't agree with them. I mean, how many times on Twitter has she said, in fact, she actually had that Twitter that we looked at last night to say she's looking for like-minded people to join her channel. She doesn't want people that think differently to her. She's said that. Someone says here, it's mind-blowing they have so much time on their hands that can be used for something positive. This is in reference to trolls. See, everybody apparently is a troll.
Just because someone said something that makes you upset yesterday, it doesn't mean that they're going to always upset you. I think we hold people to be very impossible standard principles. But I also am at a place where I just don't really care. And I'm going to like who I want to like, and I'm not going to like who I'm not going to like. I'm going to refuse. I refuse to be one of those creators that will not stick my neck out for somebody else, because people on this platform are so scared. They're so scared to rock the boat. They're so scared to actually like stand up against when people are getting bullied and harassed. And it happens to every creator. It's easier for creators to go with the dog pile because that's what's going to get them money and get them less backlash. Backlash on YouTube is horrific. When the audience decides they're going to give backlash, they give it no matter who you are. But adults, if you have a friend that's going through something, you don't give up on them because everyone else doesn't like them.
Are we talking about the lawsuit here? I mean, is that a dig at Lori-Ann? I read somebody write a funny thing about you know how people make jokes of without a crystal ball, and somebody wrote without a Lori-Ann. Without a Lori-Ann. She is without a Lori-Ann. Yeah, a walking contradiction. That's right. That's completely different. I mean, how many channels has she flagged? Because she hasn't liked them. Let's start that up. And I mean, if you imagine if there is proof of those emails, then like where she's telling Lori-Ann to do that, or it's in the Twitters and stuff, she's gonna have, it's just, yeah, there'll be bigger consequences than that.
That's not what it means to be an adult. That's not what it means to be a friend. And I feel like a lot of the behavior of audiences are dictated by younger audiences that are teenagers, and they feel like they can tell you who to like, who not to like, and I'm not going to play that game. I have my own mind. I'm 42 years old. I'm going to like the creators I like. I'm going to support the ones I support. I'm going to, at times, be critical of people that I don't like. I'm not going to play games. That's just who I am. Thank you, Joe, and thank you. Oh, so much of the hate lately I've been getting is from teenagers. I've been noticing that in my comments. I think you don't have to just treat people like how you want to be treated, because that's not fair. I feel like if you are getting pushback from people, you have every right to stand up for yourself. If you are getting people that are being rude to you, you have every right to clap back. You have every right to speak your mind. You don't have to be nice to people that are not nice to you. Literally, you don't.
So that's why she was not nice to the lady talking about the loss of her child, I guess.
I don't believe in that at all. I don't believe that you have to put up with it. I don't believe that you have to just like turn the other cheek. I don't. I didn't put up with bullies when I was in high school, and I don't put up with them now, and I never will. And I think too many people are just so used to YouTubers placating and being like, I'll give my audience whatever they want. I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to be authentically who I am. And that means that I'm going to speak my mind. I spent so much of my time and energy focusing on the wrong people and trying to please people that literally will never care, that you just really can't spend your time and energy doing that. And it's good to see Trisha, in my opinion, stand up for herself in her own right and say, like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm not going to be scared by this. I'm not going to be intimidated by this, because it is intimidating when there are people that are way bigger than you flexing their money and their power over you, because you know the consequence of not going with their narrative.
Isn't that what she's been doing to smaller channels? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I can slow her back down if you like. I just thought it would be easy to listen to when she was sped up. But you're right, it's getting hard. I was in the first live. I got timed out for saying criticism isn't trolling. She said she'd had no mods for her first live, but somebody was blocking and timing people out within seconds, says Katie. Really? That's interesting. Kim says, leave your hair alone.
I just feel like if you cater to everyone else, you are never going to be, how do you deliver? I think about it this way. I love Don Lemon, okay? He's on CNN, and he is liberal, he is African-American, and he is gay. And he is a hell of a reporter. He is intelligent, he is well-spoken, he is well-read, he is well-versed in all the things that are going on in the world, and he is unapologetically who he is. I'm sure he gets hate from people that are racist or homophobic, who are Republican, but that does not change Don when he goes to bed at night, and that doesn't change Don when he wakes up in the morning, and he still goes out and he does his job, right? And so I just think of it like this, like, you just have to do your job, and just, the naysayers will always be there. I know, my husband and I are humongous Don Lemon fans. We watch him almost, you might not be a member on this channel, because this channel is not a year old. Does anyone know how to do the join button? Because I don't have any moderators here. When Don Lemon cried on air, when Joe Biden won, like, I felt that so much for him, because like, I feel like Don Lemon will always be respectful.
So someone's paid $2.99 to say member over a year, but can't type in live, and the response is, well, this channel hasn't been around for a year. Like, seriously? But that, like, how condescending is that? I just find that really being condescending. Oh, does anyone have the join button? Because I don't. No. No, I don't have the join button. Is that with your play button? Oh yeah, we know she's not. Yes, you did clear. Here we go. Yes.
To someone who's on the other side. He's never like rude to Republicans if they don't lie. Like, there's this part of the Republican Party right now that literally believes in conspiracies, and you just became a member, but you watched for over a year. Well, thank you so much. That believe in conspiracies over anything else, and
she still misread the comment. She still misread the comment. She still hasn't acknowledged it. Oh boy. I saw Angel Dow saw a vid today about her and Toad, and she was telling him what to do. Really? Oh yeah, it was that. That was an old one, I think, wasn't it? Where he was on there and she's saying, sit up straight, sit up straight. She could put it into it. Yeah, she could hell freeze over. When somebody wanted to have my PayPal last night, I went, let me go find it. Joy button. Where's my team? It's next to the play button. Where did that go, by the way? Does anyone know?
They're not true, right? All Dawn has wanted this whole time is them, like, and all these media outlets, all they've wanted is for the lies to stop. Like, when you have to fact check your president and you have, I mean, at one point there was like Washington Post was counting the number of lies he had made in his presidency. I mean, it was like thousands, like hundreds per day that he was lying, right? All they've ever wanted was the truth. And they will speak to Republicans and be kind to them if they don't lie. Yeah, if you can find the link for the join, my husband, I think he might have fallen asleep. It was my husband's night to put my son to bed. Okay, so I just think of that, like, Dawn has always just been fighting for the truth, right? And fighting for, like...
So if her husband's asleep, that means Holly Grace won't make an appearance in this stream. Is that right? Yes, you do, don't you? You have to have a PC. I'll put a link up. That's correct. She needs to find the pause box, says Angel T.
Not having to deal with lies. And when Biden won, he cried because he finally felt like he could breathe again, right? Because, like, it's been an attack on him as a black man. It's been an attack on him as a gay man. You know, he has been under attack for 4 years. He has had so much hate directed at him for 4 years. So seeing him feel like that veil was lifted, or that's been suffocating him for this amount of time. And same with Van Jones. He cried on air too. And just like watching the two of these men just like finally just be like, this is...
I don't know, Gail. I don't know how many were in that live. There was hardly anyone in the first stream. I only saw one comment that I'd consider trolling. I mean, she got one super chat at the very end after an hour, Katie said. Because wasn't Emily on at that time? I think she started that live when Emily was live, and Emily had like 5,000 people. And she wouldn't have liked that. There doesn't seem to be a lot of people in here commenting at least. So I don't know.
What this has done to me, it's made me afraid to get into my car. It's made me afraid to go out and do things. I have had more slurs directed at me the last 4 years than I have in my entire life, you know? And I just feel like if you can go on here, like Don, like Dan, like Anderson, like all of these people, he has had so much hate directed at him for 4 years. So seeing him feel like that veil was lifted, or that's been suffocating him for this amount of time. And same with Van Jones. He cried on air too. And just like watching the two of these men just like finally just be like, this is what this has done to me. It's made me afraid to get into my car. It's made me afraid to go out and do things. I have had more slurs directed at me the last 4 years than I have in my entire life, you know? And I just feel like if you can go on here, like Don, like Dan, like Anderson, like all of these people, and you can do your job knowing that half the world isn't going to agree with you because they've been brainwashed, you know, you just have to like ignore that because you're never going to please everyone. And if you stop being who you are, you're going to isolate yourself and not be like who you want to be for your audience. And I feel like if Don was trying to please everyone, he wouldn't be Don Lemon, right? He's literally like my favorite news person. I love him. He goes off. So, and I don't know when the party's divided between being rational and logical to just being completely out of touch with reality. I don't know when that happened. I don't know when we decided that we were going to allow conspiracies to run our government. If you're not gay, you can't completely get it. Well, I'm bisexual, so I definitely get it. I'll tell you a story.
Okay, she had to throw that one in. I shouldn't laugh. Oh, this video was getting so many dislikes that she comments on it later in this stream before she hit them. This live had 30-something likes and almost 300 dislikes. I wish I had gotten a screenshot. Wow. Gal said she must be missing those Insta lives. Yeah, well, someone asked something about the Insta lives and they got, that comment got deleted. Hello, Fresh News 24/7. How's your puppy dog, by the way? Yep. That's what she says. Alfre's over says she wasn't again the other day. Oh dear. She had to throw that in. Yep. because she understands exactly what Dom Lemon's had to go through because she's bisexual. I don't think that's quite the same thing, is it? 300 dislikes is a lot. Do you know I had for the little video that I had this today that I did this morning, where I was saying thank you to all of you that have subscribed to me. I had one dislike. It obviously was Katie, because she probably didn't like the fact that I was actually thanking my subscribers and not making any money out of you all. Like, I don't make any money, you know, like this isn't about monetization, you know. It's, you know, it's about building a wonderful community. Yeah. Dane's doing great. Thank you. No problems the last few days. Oh, that's good to hear. Nice. Oh, by the way, I also commented on that Susan, that KJ was very rude to her, to say that she was welcome in any of my lives or to comment on any of my videos, and that this was a very, very supportive group, and if she wanted to talk about anything at all, that she could. So and a lot of people have said that to her. She's had the community wrap their arms around her and just say, you know, we welcome you. Oh, she brings it up in a little bit and then complains she only got 7 likes after asking people to like. Obviously, yes, it would seem like that.
The day after Trump won, I live in a small town. The day after he won the elections in 2016. And we have a very conservative town that is racist. But when Trump won, it like emboldened the racism and it amplified it. The day after the elections, there were anti-Semitic and racial slurs graffitied all over the high school. There were more hate crimes reported than at any other time in like the recent history. You can't deny the hate that was created, and even within my own community, making people feel empowered to speak out and condemn people. Like, had an interaction over the summer with someone within my community that decided that they were going to talk about special education with me, knowing that my child is disabled, and say that if my son can't do what everyone else does, he shouldn't be in school. There's just no reason for a child that has a disability. If they can't keep up, why should the public have to pay for them? Why should they have to deal with it? It's not the public's responsibility. And I do not feel like in any other time would anyone have been so bold to say that than they were during this last 4 years.
So again, it's Trump's fault, is it? By the way, I've got 15 likes and 1 dislike at the moment. So, oh, I mean, gee, that's interesting that talks about trolls, but it's okay when she has them go after her people. Yeah, I know her town has everything. Or maybe we need to go find out about it, because it's got everything in there. Yeah, politics, yeah. You see, someone had said if you're not gay, you can't completely get it. So that's where she's put. So these live chat replay comments are a bit slow in loading up.
It happened in front of my neighbors. Literally no one stuck up for us. I was screaming. I was fuming. If your child can't do that, they shouldn't be in school. Because we were talking about how they needed to increase money for special education. If children can't keep up, they don't need special ed. They don't need to be in school. Like, who says that? My innocent child is sitting like in a pool 5 feet from me. And I'm like, you are literally saying this to a mom of a child that has all these disabilities. I was about to go through the roof. I was about to like scream and yell and like, how dare you? And everyone just sat there paralyzed. No one wanted to say anything, because Trump made this community and this world and this country a place where if you stood up to hate, they were more powerful. If anyone would have tried to defend me, those people would have just gotten worse. And it's like, my son deserves an education. My son deserves to be at school. My son deserves all of those things. I don't have to stand there and listen to you tell me that my son, if he can't keep up and if he needs a nurse, or because he said no child needs a nurse at school. Every child needs this. Every child needs that. If they need that, if they're so expensive, they shouldn't be in school. It's like, For real, you should never treat a child like that. They were very ignorant, but it's more disconcerting that I live in a community where no one will stand up for you. And I feel like that's just how the world has gotten, where people don't want to make those people mad because they feel so emboldened by it. Oh, hey Scarlett, can you share the Honey Bun? Can you share the member join link?
Scarlett's just arrived. Oh, she's come to save the day. I just want to hear her say something nice and positive about her son instead of all the negative. It would be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be really nice for her to say something, but I don't know. Could she say anything positive? My son, my this, my that, yeah.
People are afraid, though, of like rocking that boat. People are afraid to stand up against that kind of heat. People are afraid to just be authentic. Scarlett, I went through an hour long. Thank you, honey. Thank you, lovey. Okay. Yeah, and the people that were saying that to me were Christian. It's so ironic to me. And I feel like children with disabilities. I remember like.
Okay, so at the start she said she wants people not to feel hate or anything for not agreeing with her, and then suddenly she's found the spot to put the boot into Christians. So we've got no Christians, no Republicans. So what else?
So children with disabilities are 67% more likely. 2/3 are more likely to be bullied than their neurotypical able-bodied peer. So they will go through more abuse, more harassment, more bullying. They have higher rates of thoughts of ending their lives, and they have higher rates of physical ABUSE while they're at school. And if you point that out to people, some people don't want to hear that. They're like, well, all kids get this. Not to the same extent of children with disabilities. It's very disconcerting how terrible.
Boy. Oh, that's very exciting how Free's over. The tiny one obviously was watching, yes. And my nephew's on the spectrum too, and I celebrate by teaching him music, and he only talks about, only played 2 notes, but hey, we celebrate those 2 notes. And we focus on what he can do and what he can't do, because that's what we do. He's very intelligent. There we go. Someone says here, hypocrites, Bible thumpers are the most judgmental.
Kids can be treated that have disabilities. Now, I'm so grateful because my son is in this inclusion program, which is amazing. He's doing all of his school from home due to the pandemic. He's been at home since March of last year. But his school has inclusion, which basically has a program for high medical needs kids and kids with disabilities that can't be easily, like, they can be streamlined to a point, but they need more one-on-one. And they have like their main hub being special ed. And
we have that in Australia as well. In fact, we have ed support workers that work with kids, particularly kids on the spectrum, but there are special ed schools. I remember the school that I've been working at, they were changing the classrooms, and the school actually had identified all the kids that weren't going to cope very well with changing the classrooms, and they'd made up little booklets to talk about their new classroom, and that was designed for all the kids on the spectrum, and knowing that the change was, and they had taken that into account. Well, that's good, Kim. How exciting. So a lot of schools now do have, a lot of sympathy for and a lot of support for kids with special needs in mainstream schools. In fact, my understanding is they try to keep them in mainstream schools where they can and give them the support. Here's Cleveland. He's the one that tried to escape this morning. No, look. And say hello to everybody, Cleveland. You say hello to everybody. Yeah, you say hello. Look, there you are. Look. Look, say hello. Hello. You're going to wave to everyone? Hello. We found his collar today. He had it hidden somewhere. And my son comes out with Cleveland and his collar. We don't know where it was hidden, but it appeared. Yeah. Cleveland. She's gotten to the point where she's constantly mostly processing. Yeah, that's right. My son is 8. He's mainstream, but works mainly independent. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, they do with all changes at my son's schools. Mine will never go into. Yeah. So, it's not become a big, it's not really become a big deal anymore. Like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, it was a big thing. But now it's nothing to have special needs kids in with mainstream. Yeah, that's Cleveland. He's the cheeky one.
And we picked in our district, this is the school that does that, and he will stay within this group his entire time that he's in high school. So this is the same group that does specific, just high needs care, special education with integration into the bigger class.
And this is Clover. He's small. Hey, Clover, you can say hello to everybody. No, you're going to run. So that's Clover. And that's right, Hell Freeze Over. It is what it is. Yeah.
Classrooms, but the benefit is that the kids are so used to seeing kids with disabilities at the school that they're so kind and loving to the children. They're not.
She makes it sounds like that her school's different to lots of other stuff. Yeah, there's Clover in the background. Yeah.
They don't give them weird looks, and they don't look at them funny, and they don't make fun of them. So it's nice in that context. But yeah, his program is amazing. His special education teacher is phenomenal. I came downstairs today, and he sits right here. I'll show you. He sits right there to do his schoolwork. He has to have the 2 chairs next to each other because somebody always sits next to him, whether it's a nurse or mommy or daddy. And we had our nurse Sydney here today, and he was doing his schoolwork, and she was talking about how he's going to have Monday off for Martin Luther King Day. And his special education teacher, she was so sweet, you guys. She was like, okay, so we talk about zones of regulation because he has autism. So when we talk about his emotions, green zone is happy, red zone is angry. Those are all you need to know for this time. And it's basically just helps him understand his feelings. So she's like, so Bon, you and me, look at your skin. Our skin is white. And then she said, there are some people that have black skin. And then there's some people that have brown skin. And she said, do you know anyone that has black skin? And I was standing at the refrigerator, and I said, yes, honey, we used to have a nurse that had black skin. And she said, okay. And she said, so if you have black skin friends, and then she said, and my husband is from Korea, so he has brown skin. And so my son was like, she has to break this all down because he has autism. And she's like, okay. And she's like, so.
Oh, no. She didn't just say that, did she? Oh dear. Troop, I don't know. I haven't seen your video. You want me to react to it? Oh boy, that's why I had to stop. She had to break it down because he's got autism. Yes, we know he's got autism. But I want to know why the nurse is having these discussions with him and why she's not as the mother. But So was I. Yeah. Oh, Miss Nay. It's funny, isn't it? The thing is, children don't care. From my experience, children don't care about the skin color. That's something that's taught generally from the home. Even when they're at school with kids with exactly different color skin, unless somebody tells them they're different, they have no idea. And so the fact that this conversation's been done by a teacher and not a parent is a bit concerning. And second of all, he obviously has learnt that there is that there's different skin colors. Yeah. All right. We can get through this together, guys. We can get through this together. All right. Whew. This is hard work, though.
We don't decide that we don't like people because their skin color isn't the same as ours. That's not a reason not to like someone. So you shouldn't have red zone thoughts because somebody's skin is different than yours. We treat everyone the same, no matter if they have white, black, or brown skin. And my son was like, of course, like, because he doesn't, we don't, we're very open-minded here. And she's like, and when you get into red zone thoughts, really bad things can happen. Like last week, some people that had some really red zone thoughts about people that have black skin got really angry. And my son was like, that's not okay, And she said, Martin Luther King Jr. was this amazing man that helped people understand that people should love people no matter what color their skin is. And my son was just like, of course, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I love that he's learning this. I love that he's learning this. Like, I love that she's like breaking it down in a way that is like, that he can understand. And like that.
That's what her job is. I want to go, well, duh. Yeah, that's right. I partly understand because Monday's a holiday for Martin, but KJ turns it into something to support. Yes. Oh, boy. But aren't they nurses? Why are they teaching him so KJ as the mum sits there listening? Yes, and and the thing was, she answered for him. She was talking about skin color, and she said, "Oh, I was at the fridge, and I told him, oh yes, you one of your nurses." Obviously, he hadn't processed that one of his nurses was different.
He's just like, why would I not like someone because your skin is different than me? So right, judge them for who they are, not by what they look like, not by not by their gender or their sexuality or
or their politics or their religion.
So exactly, don't judge them by the color of their skin,
but she's not going to say those two things because that's where she does judge everybody.
Character, absolutely. So the benefit for my son is that we have had nurses in our house that are oh my gosh, we had a nurse that was from Africa. We've had a nurse from Jamaica. We have had a transgender nurse. We have had, gay and lesbian nurses. He has had so much exposure to so many different people, and we literally just tell him that we love everyone no matter what.
That's a lot of nurses for an 8-year-old. Fresh News 24/7. I've been working today most of the afternoon. Often most of the afternoon. My job is technically hotel quarantine, but I'm not hotel quarantine. I'm associated with a hotel quarantine for the tennis players, but I'm actually doing cleaning for the tennis. For your child, you are his mum. You do what's best for him. Simple, yeah. There's a lot of nurses there. And again, how would he know what the nurses were unless they were told him? And he doesn't need to know at 8. If he's treating everybody, his nurses anyway, if they're trying to raise him to treat everybody the same, it doesn't matter whether the nurses are transgender or gay or lesbian or bisexual or male or female or black or white or brown or blue. Does that matter? Why does it matter what they are if they're all being treated the same?
The content of their character, not the color of their skin. How do you said that? He thinks that's Martin Luther King. Yeah, so she was telling him about how on Tuesday he's going to learn more about Martin Luther King for school. I just like that she was like, we need to have green zone thoughts and not be stuck in red zone just because someone's skin color is different. We need more people like you in your family in the world. I didn't, the interesting thing is she's been a teacher for 2 years. I did not know her husband was from Korea. Tell the teacher, Daddy says she rocks. She's so amazing. I just loved how she explained it. It like made my heart so happy. And I just love that I'm like raising a little boy that like doesn't care. That's not going to care about that kind of stuff. Because that's how my parents raised me. My parents raised me to like accept everyone and to never like judge people based on like their sexuality or their skin color. They were very much like, you don't discriminate on people on like things that they like cannot control. You don't discriminate on their skin color or their ethnicity or their, religion or whatever. You just don't, there's like,
oh, she said religion. This discriminates the Douglas. Yeah, it's fun, but it's really hard, fresh news, because I've got to wear full PPE and it's very hard to very hard to work in. What am I saying? Yeah. Oops. KJ should get out streamers when she gets members now. Oh, that's funny. You should, shouldn't you?
Sexuality, you just don't discriminate.
Except if they're Douglas.
I came from a cult. Wow. I think it should be mandatory too. We actually have neighbors. There are 2 houses over that are from Nigeria. They're super quiet, but they're really nice. They actually don't really interact. They're
Why does she keep looking around? Why does she keep looking around? Oh, Harmony, wonder how their son will feel when he grows up and learns who his dad worked for and how his mum picked up a home for body shaming that. Yes. Sorry, I'm talking too much, but why have so many nurses to care for his health? He walks and talks and laughs and loves and he's not good. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're welcome to talk as much as you like. Because each comment is engagement. Let's use that. Oh boy. She's a cult. She is a cult. She's preaching us to love everybody. Except if they're Republican or Christian. Or Duggar. She looks like she's talking about it. Look, I don't know what she's looking around for. I don't know.
They're really quiet. Their kids ride the bus, and they always like walk past the house when they walk off the bus, and they're always super friendly. And the woman, I cannot remember, the husband's name is Paul, but that's not his real name. They use American names because their Nigerian names are like harder to pronounce, but they're super friendly. She wears like beautiful head wraps, and then we had a nurse for a long time from Cameroon, and when she was here, she would say, because Cameroon is by Nigeria, and she said that the Nigerian women are known for like their beautiful like scarves that they wear on their heads. So the mom that lives up there, she wears these beautiful scarves on her head.
All right, so now we've just been given a geography lesson. Just in case. That's all right. You can yell. You can even yell if you like. Maybe she's looking for her soul. That was harsh. Sorry. And if he looks great, well, that's right. Why doesn't he have a CPAP? I have to say to you, I just recently had to get a CPAP machine. I had a test, discovered that my breathing stopped 38 times an hour. 38 times an hour. Because I always used to wake up and say that I felt like I'd run a marathon. Well, it was true. It's now down to, I've been on the CPAP now for 3 months. Three months, I think. No, 2, I don't know. Been for a little while. And I just had a follow-up with my respiratory doctor. It's down to 7 times an hour with the CPAP machine. Let's just say I'm getting a little bit more rest. But I would never have believed it. It's quite scary.
I don't know if they have a specific name that they call those specific head wraps, but they're gorgeous. They're really nice. We also have neighbors that still have Trump flags outside. They're probably crying like Jill Rodriguez. Did you guys see that the outlet that published that the Dominion voting machines were broken and like caused voter fraud? Did you see that they retracted that today? So like the place that published it that caused like that huge conspiracy to fly, they're called GELE. That's what the wraps are called. I know that our nurse that was from Cameroon said that they are like a traditional scarf that women in Nigeria wear, but I can't remember like.
Health froze over. Yeah, I was also having asthma attacks when I wake up as well. Like it was, yeah. Look, I'm doing a lot better. I mean, there's still room for improvement. I actually was able to find a CPAP machine. It's called ResMed. It's called ResMed for her, specially designed for the female. Oh, look, I'm doing a lot better now. But you know, it was, yeah, it's definitely interesting. But and then the doctor did say to me in no uncertain terms that if I lost a little bit of weight, that would help me as well. And I've lost a little bit of weight. But you know, I've got to go. And he says to me, I don't want to see you for 12 months. So, you know, that's good, you know. I've got, so if her son's not being able to, you know, if her son's stopping breathing, yeah, CPAP machine, I can tell you from my experience, works wonders. The cats don't like it. The cats like wonder what I'm doing. But yeah. Maz says you should. Yeah, because I snore too, so everyone tells me. But and I don't know how long it'd been happening either. But yeah. But you know, it's stuff you've got to you know, get checked out, and it's very confronting too to have that happen.
So you guys know what I'm talking about since you were looking it up. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. My neighborhood is like, okay, my neighborhood's a hodgepodge. We've got Trump people. We have the Nigerians. We actually have some Democrats, so we're not like alone. Our neighbors right behind our house, he's an electrician, and the other one's an educator. They're really, really nice. Our son loves our neighbor Mike, like obsessed with him. He's like an older guy. I don't know, like mid-50s, not like super old, but like mid-50s, like old enough for like my son to be like, you know, like looking at him like grandpa-ish. He's not that much older than my husband, but like he's obsessed because he's got like old cars and stuff, and you know, he's got like just toys, and you know, like he's got a shed full of like gear, you know, and he's really, really friendly. And my son does not talk to our neighbors, but he's like, hi Mike, I love you, Mike. He's such a nice neighbor. We love him.
Didn't you say before that she didn't get on with her neighbours? It's none of my business. KJ put it out there, but I'm confused as to exactly what is wrong with her son, because she's, well, that's true. But I thought she didn't get on with her neighbours either. I don't know. I'm so confused. I just find these so confusing because the story changes.
His wife works at that school. My couch. This is my chair. It's a recliner. It's leather. It's suede. I'll show you my couch. Here's my couch. It's a complete utter mess. There's the kitty. Hi, Rodan. There's my son's ball for DAPE, his adaptive Fayed. This is my son's beanbag. So like he crashes into his beanbag chair and slides it across the floor. But Rodan takes it over. Can you put your Biden sign back up? I was like excited that the other video I did tonight about Trisha and Jeffrey and stuff did well, because I like doing content like that, because honestly I get really tired of doing the same old stuff, and I was getting really good views on that kind of content before certain things were like going on, and it was just good to see like some of those live stream numbers starting to come back up, even though I've like been losing subscribers, and I've lost oh my gosh, just for like being liberal in the past week. I think to be honest, that YouTube is also getting rid of some of these like bot accounts, which is a good thing. And I've noticed that a lot of the people that are unsubscribing are like the QAnon people. I had no idea how many QAnon people followed me. I really had no clue.
So now everybody that unsubscribes and unsubscribe to her with QAnon people. How many times? I was just saying, how many times did she say something like, "I live in a super conservative area of my town, and everybody's super pro-Trump"? That's correct. I've got clippers too. So now everybody that unsubscribes, and did she say that YouTube was getting rid of the? What was YouTube getting rid of? So she's blaming a YouTube thing for losing subscribers. All right. Oh, we've got to listen to this. Okay. I'm just going to take it back a bit because I want to hear what she said about YouTube.
The past week, I think, to be honest, that YouTube is also getting rid of some of these like bot accounts, which is a good thing. And I've noticed that a lot of the people that are unsubscribing are like the QAnon people. I had no idea how many QAnon people followed me. I really had no clue. I was like, whoa, these people that literally believe in these weird conspiracies. I had no idea I had so many. So they're all unsubscribing, which is magnificent because yes, I don't need people that are like believing in like things that are literally not real.
Hang on, but didn't she just talk about the fact that everybody should be respected and everyone should be respected? And am I wrong? Like, isn't that what she said? She's even comments and tweets said that they were Democrats but couldn't handle her. But yes, that's correct. She's losing subs because bots and Trump now. Surely it doesn't have anything to do with her massive lawsuit and her poor behaviour. YouTube is getting rid of bots, aka I got caught buying subs. Well, that's a sub to both Katie's account. That's good. 123 Fake Street. As soon as well, the months ago. Oh, really? Well, that's interesting, Beth.
Like, dude, like, how can you be for this? Like, and I understand I talk about the Duggars, but I still don't get how, like, I'm not like a huge Duggar fan. So it's like I talk about them, but I'm not always like cruel about them. But I'm always like I don't support their belief system. And
Oh. That is hilarious. She talks about them, but she's not really a fan. But she doesn't. Oh, I'm going to rewind. I have to listen to it again.
No idea how many QAnon people followed me. I really had no clue. I was like, whoa, these people that literally believe in these weird conspiracies. I had no idea I had so many. So they're all unsubscribing, which is magnificent because yes, I don't need people that are like believing in like things that are literally not real. Like, dude, like, how can you be for this? Like, and I understand I talk about the Duggars, but I still don't get how, like, I'm not like a huge Duggar fan. So it's like I talk about them, but I'm not always like cruel about them. But I'm always like I don't support their belief system. And I'm always very open about the fact that I'm not a conservative person. So I'm always fascinated about the number of conservative people that follow me and then get startled that I am not conservative.
Well, I'm not a fan of Katie's, and I don't agree with her belief system either. And I don't say bad things about her. I just speak truth.
Or they say, like, I can't talk about politics or whatever. And I'm like, what's happening right now is insane. And I don't think anyone can deny it. And if you ignore what's happening, how do you ignore what's happening? You can't. It's unprecedented. I was actually thinking about this today. I was listening to some of the police officers that were talking about what they went through. And it was so awful. And can we make this channel a place where haters don't feel like they can override thumbs up and thumbs down? Can we start to make it a place where we get more thumbs up than thumbs down? Can we make it a place where people don't think that they can just come here to hate watch? Let's.
I thought she keeps saying that it's all engagement. Oh boy, that's funny. That's right. You don't have to be conservative. Like, be conservative. Oh, boy. People just don't like what she's doing or what she's saying. The dislikes are to do with her content. I wouldn't have watched this. I actually wouldn't have sat through this if I didn't have people to sit through with it. Sit through with me. All right, I'm just going to go check mine because just out of interest. But it was funny the other day when I had like my thumbs up, my thumbs down, going down at an interesting time. Oh, it gets better. I don't know whether I should be happy about that one. All right. Oh, boy. Oh, I tell you, this is killing me. This is killing me at the moment. Absolutely killing me. So there's 43 people watching, 24 likes and 1 dislike. Okay. So it's only Katie then that's disliked it. Okay, I can live with it.
Let's give this video some thumbs up while you're here. Anyways, I'm the reason why you stop being a fan and just enjoy your. Well, I don't want you to like not follow people because of them. You know, like I find their beliefs to be toxic. You know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily believe that they should have a platform because of the extremism that they are. Really? Only 6 likes out of that? You got 6 out of that? They're not, it's not Christian. It's not. Everyone who believes it's Christian is just lying to themselves. It's not.
Right. I'm going to do that again because I just want to listen to that again. Oh, that's why I watched 2 minutes. Yeah, well, I watched the first minute of it and then I realized I went, oh, I'm gonna need help with this. We've got the support. We've got the support here. I've never watched the Duggars. No. All right, let's go back to that. Oh, somebody says here that she was saying that we should respect other people, and then she mentioned QAnon. I'm just going to rewind it. She has authority on it, just everything. I've just taken it back a little bit because I wanted to hear that because there was something there that I went, oh, all right, just taking it back a little bit.
A conservative person, so I'm always fascinated about the number of conservative people that follow me and then get startled that I am not conservative. Or they say, like, I can't talk about politics or whatever. And I'm like, what's happening right now is insane, and I don't think anyone can deny it. And if you ignore what's happening, how do you ignore what's happening? You can't. It's unprecedented. I was actually thinking about this today. I was listening to some of the police officers that were talking about what they went through, and it was so awful. And can we make this channel a place where haters don't feel like they can override thumbs up and thumbs down? Can we start to make it a place where we get more thumbs up than thumbs down? Can we make it a place where people don't think that they can just come here to hate watch? Let's give this video some thumbs up while you're here. Anyways, I'm the reason why you stop being a fan and just enjoy your. Well, I don't want you to like not follow people because of them. You know, like I find their beliefs to be toxic. You know what I mean? Like
So someone has just said that they didn't follow the Duggars anymore because of what Katie said about them. She basically, we can't say edges in her chat anymore. Oh, wow. How does she know that anybody's beliefs? That's right. She doesn't know. So Katie's now are okay with police officers because when Biden was against them, she was against police officers. Make up her mind. All right. So I've just pulled it back a bit because I want to make sure that I heard that correctly because I'm sure she mentions that somebody had said that somebody stopped watching because of her. And I'm certain that that was What I'll do is I'll download this. I'll download the video harmony, and we'll get a timestamp on it. Let me get my pen and my little notebook, and we'll timestamp it, because this might also help Saltsy, because somebody else has admitted to something that she said, changed their opinion and stopped doing something because she said something about them. Does it remind you of another case at all? There is obviously no learning. Yes, that's right. Yep, that's right, Beth.
I feel like they can override thumbs up and thumbs down. Can we start to make it a place where we get more thumbs up than thumbs down? Can we make it a place where people don't think that they can just come here to hate watch? Let's give this video some thumbs up while you're here. Anyways, I'm the reason why you stopped being a fan.
There we go. There it is. Went on. Let me just take a screenshot of that. Done. Oh dear. Well, this could be evidence in another suit. So here, the Duggars are why I started following you. I was a fan of them when I was in the cult, but you have been the reason that I stopped being a fan and just enjoyed your comment about them. Bingo! Oh! Any YouTube all right. Because that's what the accusation is with Tati Westbrook. All right. I've got it timestamped at 41:37.
It's unprecedented. I was actually thinking about this today. I was listening to some of the police officers that were talking about what they went through, and it was so awful. And can we make this channel a place where haters don't feel like they can override thumbs up and thumbs down? Can we start to make it a place where we get more thumbs up than thumbs down? Can we make it a place where people don't think that they can just come here to hate watch? Let's give this video some thumbs up while you're here. Anyways, I'm the reason why you stopped being a fan and just enjoy your. Well, I don't want you to like not follow people because of them. You know, like.
Hang on. I don't want you to not follow them because of them. Does she mean because of me? Yes. Yes. Cool. You're learning lots at school. Thumbs down apparently helps with engagement. However, depending on how many, if you have more downvote, if there are more downvotes than upvotes, it doesn't, like you're less likely to get on the recommended videos. Yes, to find, yeah. She does though. My goodness, she just waits. So yeah. Yep. All right. So I've got 41:37. She has her member tell her she stopped talking. Yeah, that's right. They're meaning videos about them. But I think she's saying, I don't want you to stop watching them because of me, meaning what I've said. Let's have a listen again.
Unprecedented. I was actually thinking about this today. I was listening to some of the police officers that were talking about what they went through, and it was so awful.
Sorry,
and
taking it back.
Can we make this channel a place where haters don't feel like they can override thumbs up and thumbs down? Can we start to make it a place where we get more thumbs up than thumbs down? Can we make it a place where people don't think that they can just come here to hate watch? Let's give this video some thumbs up while you're here. Anyways.
The face.
I'm the reason why you stopped being a fan and just enjoy your. Well, I don't want you to like not follow people because of them. You know, like I find their beliefs to be toxic. You know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily believe that they should have a platform because of the extremism that they are.
Well, let's be honest. There's people that don't think that KJ should have a platform either, because of what she does.
Really? Only 6 likes out of that? You got 6 out of that? They're not, it's not Christian. It's not. Everyone who believes it's Christian is just lying to themselves. It's not. What they're doing is not Christian. What they're doing is not normal. It's not normal to force your child who's 31 years old to still live at their house.
What? No, not normal to anyone to huh? Hang on.
Really? Only 6 likes out of that? You got 6 out of that? They're not, it's not Christian. It's not. Everyone who believes it's Christian is just lying to themselves. It's not. What they're doing is not Christian. What they're doing is not normal. It's not normal to force your child who's 31 years old to still live at their house.
To still live, so it's not normal to make your child who's 31 to still live in your house. Have we got proof of, where's the proof of that? There's lots of 31-year-olds that live at home still. Yes. In fact, there's lots of people that are older than that still live at home with their parents because for a lot of them, they can't afford to move out. Yes, that's right. It is, isn't it? Oh, how rude is that?
But I obviously don't hate all of them. I just feel like there's so much commentary that comes from them because there's so many of them that you can do so many different videos on them, and it's always relevant because there's always something to talk about in the context of like the anti-masking. I honestly think part of the reason why they pulled back on their social media is because of all the criticism they've been getting about the masks and their lack of taking this pandemic seriously. I also think that they haven't been on social media as well because they're such extremists, and I feel like we need to start talking about how extreme these people are. Like these are people that are like don't respect the government. They don't, you know, and so I think you like need to consider the fact that they all say that they're nonviolent, but all of these people are they're stalking, they're prepping, they've got their guns, they're, you know, and to some extent like
oh boy. Oh, I'm sure the states that have the guns laws would like to know that all their people are extremists. Hey. Oh boy. Make it make sense, yes. Kim says I have a 35-year-old at home in our basement apartment is saying to buy a home. Yes, Beth. My daughter and granddaughter are about to come and live with me for a while, and I could be more excited. Most millennials can't afford to live alone. Yes, that's correct. And he is single and 35. What? And I thought they all had COVID. That's what I haven't been seen online. That's what she has posted everywhere, Emma. Such strong, I think that's strong, is it? Words for such a weak woman, KJ. It's nice to have him around. My 23-year-old son, only child, is still happily at home. It's not unnormal. In this day and age, I mean, my daughter's 21. She's still at home. It's not unusual for children to stay at home longer.
Jim Bob wants to run for president or wants his kids in politics because he wants to be able to have less government. He wants to not pay taxes, in my opinion. Like, it has nothing to do with actually caring about government and everything to do with, you know, making everyone more cult-like. It disturbs me that their 31-year-old daughter cannot move out.
What? I'm going to have to go and live with my parents in a couple of years because they're going to need help, says Hell Freeze over. Yeah. Yeah, see, I knew what you were talking about. That Amber chick. My daughter is 27, wants to come home, I think. So that what she's saying, or the allegation is here, but she hasn't said in my opinion. However, in my opinion, I think she's now trying to say that they're making the daughter can't leave home and she's being held against her will. Which, hey Laura, which then brings in a whole lot of other issues. Yes, and we've just found a slip of the tongue, Laura, where somebody admitted to not liking the Dyers because of her opinion of them. Does it remind you of anybody else? Or maybe a certain lawsuit?
making everyone more cult-like. It disturbs me that their 31-year-old daughter cannot move out. Like, why is anyone okay with that? She's 31. And people go, she could move out. No, she's brainwashed. Like, physically, she could move out. Physically, but she doesn't have the same skill set that you or I have. She didn't grow up like you or I did. She doesn't know that she can leave. And she doesn't understand that if she does leave, hell won't freeze over and she won't go there. Like, she believes that because of these beliefs, if she does these things, she's going to go to hell.
I've never seen anything from the Duggars to even replicate that. Where's this come from, or is this in her mind?
Yeah, sad. But it was nice to talk about Trisha and that kind of stuff. I have a similar story to hers. Maybe I should make a video on it. Like, you had to stay at your parents' house for a long time. They aren't conservative. They're like alt-right. I feel like if people really started to like speak about the Duggars in the terms of what they are, they're alt-right. They are homophobic. They're transphobic. They have, a lot of rumored racism, and I know the police officers. It's so awful. Okay, so as much as this has been fun, and thank you so much for becoming a member on this channel, I need to like have a snack. I need to decompress. I need to I would love to talk with you offline. Now, to my members, that just real quick, just like a housekeeping thing, being a member does not disclude you from getting timed out. Paying to be a member does not disclude you from getting hidden. Just because you pay doesn't mean that you still have to follow the rules. We still expect you to be respectful, and being a member of any channel on both ends means like in the chat, we want to make sure that you're not utilizing the chat to be disruptive and to throw out, your opinions or whatever. Like, your opinions are fine, but like when your opinions become disruptive to everyone around it, and they're not productive.
So essentially, if you have a different view, or if you disagree with me, you can't say anything. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's right, Kim. Yeah, and that's right. Some of them do. And no, she's not going to eat on camera. The rules, eh? Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. This is my channel, yes. Yeah, that's right. Hey, it's Ray. Yep. Doesn't exclude you. That's right. And the Duggars just ignore them. That's right. No, you missed it. And they were Nigerian, I think. 1, 2, 3 fakes. Fake Street. They're Nigerian and they're very quiet. So she's happy to take your money, but if you agree with her, she's cult-like.
And being a member of any channel on both ends means like in the chat, we want to make sure that you're not utilizing the chat to be disruptive and to throw out, your opinions or whatever. Like, your opinions are fine, but like when your opinions become disruptive to everyone around it, and they're not productive to the overall conversation, and they start to be, like, you can still be timed out and be a member. You can be hidden and be a member. Like, I will remove people's memberships that are being just, like, it's, you can be chatty. I just think sometimes we have some issues where people are like, well, I paid to be a member. You can't do that. There's really no rules that say that because you pay, you can still be disruptive. Like, that's just not how it works. We will always be respectful, but we expect all members to be respectful of the chat and to not use the chat to be disruptive or distracting or whatever. So, we didn't have a moderator on my other channel during that last mod, but we also would prefer, correct, the constant negative, there's certain members that are constantly negative, that it gets really overwhelming to people. And sometimes we just need to, some people just do things to be contrarian. No, and I think right, exactly. Like being a member doesn't mean you can just be negative. Being a member doesn't mean you can be a troll. Being a member doesn't mean that you can tell us.
All right. So being a member doesn't mean you're, wait on. Doesn't mean you can troll. So members are trolls now, are they? Oh. So as long as you focus on her, oh boy. Yeah, but she doesn't like talking about herself. The video we watched last night told us that. I don't know, Gail. There's, lots of people have said they think that she's bought members.
What to do and how to say, and being a member also doesn't mean that you have a right to dictate what happens on this channel. It means you are offering support to the channel. It means you get to like participate in members only chats, that kind of stuff. But it certainly doesn't mean like you get control of what we do or what we say, right? We still expect you guys to,
Oh, so it doesn't mean that you get to control. So it means you don't get a say in what content happens, I guess, either. I did see that. Yes, that's right. She hasn't. Yes. Yes, we know. Yeah, we've seen that. Her Twitter stuff. So what do we talk about? Playful commentary is fun. She thinks it's, yeah. Yeah. Oh, she said she didn't have any mods for that live, and now there was one. Why lie about it? Is she protecting someone? I don't know. Oh, boy. Yes, some have got memberships just to do what you said. Side chats are fun sometimes. Hey, look, let's listen. As long as I have one rule, and that's to be respectful to each other. So that's the only rule. I don't care. You'd be KJ herself could walk in here, and as long as she was respectful, it would be fine. She keeps saying we over and over. We expect this, we expect that. I thought she was the sole and the only employee who is we. That's right, Emma. And last night in the video, she said, in the Dr. Phil video, she said, I sat down and had a talk with my team. What team? That's right. I guess next thing that she'll be having, you know how you can get those little Buddhas? We'll have little KJs in gold where they'll have to bow down and worship.
Respect the channel and the rules. And we certainly appreciate all of you guys that are members so much. It means the world to us to know that there are people every single month that are supporting the channel, supporting what we do, making it so that we don't have to rely so much on AdSense. It certainly helps the revenue for the channel to build and create and to do more for you guys.
So thank you for your money, but you don't get to say a word. Gail, no. You can, if you want to talk, you can talk. If you don't want to talk, you don't have to talk. If you want to talk about anything, I'd much rather talk about anything than KJ, to be perfectly honest. But, that's fine. Yeah, right. What team? And we. She said something about AdSense. Yeah, she's just interested in the money.
Correct. The constant negative, there's certain members that are constantly negative, that it gets really overwhelming to people. And sometimes we just need to, some people just do things to be contrarian. No, and I think right, exactly. Like being a member doesn't mean you can just be negative. Being a member doesn't mean you can be a troll. Being a member doesn't mean that you can tell us what to do and how to say. And being a member also doesn't mean that you have a right to dictate what happens on this channel. It means you are offering support to the channel. It means you get to like participate in members only chats, that kind of stuff. But
I don't know. Let me just have a. I'll take that back.
Say, right?
And I'm sorry for tapping the microphone. I was just getting excited. Like I'm just trying to control my urge to bang on my desk in disgust.
In that last mod, but we also would prefer. Correct. The constant negative. There's certain members that are constantly negative, that it gets really overwhelming to people, and sometimes we just need to. Some people just do things to be contrarian. No, and I think right, exactly. Like being a member doesn't mean you can just be negative. Being a member doesn't mean you can be a troll. Being a member doesn't mean that you can tell us what to do and how to say. And being a member also doesn't mean that you you have a right to dictate what happens on this channel. It means you are offering support to the channel. It means you get to like participate in members only chats, that kind of stuff. But it certainly doesn't mean like you get control of what we do or what we say, right? We still expect you guys to, you know, respect the channel and the rules. And we certainly appreciate all of you guys that are members so much. It means the world to us to know that there are people every single month that are supporting the channel, supporting what we do, making it so that we don't have to rely so much on AdSense. It certainly helps the revenue for the channel to build and create and to do more for you guys.
What does she do for them? Kind of interesting.
Yeah, I watched the officers' interviews last night. They're intense. So at the end of the day, just remember that we will always be mindful. And when people get, like, I want to be clear, like when people get timed out, like if you come back from timed out, being timed out, like please don't like get mad that you were timed out. You've been timed out. Please don't argue with like people about being timed out. Please don't spend your time talking about being timed out. Please don't encourage people to have those conversations. Just move the conversation forward.
All right. So if you've been timed out, you're not allowed to complain it. So you're not allowed to talk. And so if someone says, hey, where were you? So let's just say I timed out Gail and everyone says, Gail, where have you been? You've been quiet. Gail can't say, well, I got timed out. She's going to say, oh, I don't know. I don't know Wind Whispers. I don't know why people do that. Is there any other YouTuber? No, I don't think so. Yes, that's right. Don't get mad if you get timed out. But you're not allowed to talk about it, and then you can't focus on it. You've just, the chat's going to just have to really move on. No. Oh, no, I'm not timing you out, Gail. Oops. No, that's good. Yeah, no, yeah. It's, maybe 1, 2, 3 fake street. She probably wants them to sign an NDA before that you're allowed back in. Yes. Yes, treats Wilson. No, and you can't have you can't be friends with people. She's acting like she pays them, saying we don't have to rely on ads. You don't have to rely on ads because they pay you. Treat them with some respect, woman. It says, hey, it's Ray. It's going to write my name on. Yeah, me too. Thanks for the translation. She's basically making membership like a sponsored silence for the members, and she collects the cash. Thank goodness, there are more perks to not being a paid member. there are, aren't they? Oh, aren't there? Sorry.
Hope y'all understand. This is my end of my house meeting. All right. So hope you guys have a good night. Thank y'all for your support. Appreciate you.
That's the end of the house meeting? What? What is that? That's me. That's my screenshot there. Oopsies. You guys are cracking me up. Yeah, that's why we got to have them here. You know, time out. So you guys would probably time me out. Imagine getting timed out of your own channel. That'd be fun. So that is that. I don't know what to say about that. I bet Toad has to follow those rules too, for that's true. If I'm sent to him. So let's see what else we've got here. Like, so other than the fact we know that, I don't know, I just find myself speechless a lot after videos because I just don't know what to say. I saw Oh, I saw where Todd's Bands had sent her a set. Oh, really? Oh, was that when? No, I haven't heard about that. Got to find that. Let's see if we can find it. Is that because of the fact that she was talking about them? I know the old record company wasn't very happy with the fact that she said that about the statement that they made. So was that the admin she was doing this morning? That's a very interesting thing. Oh, that would be very interesting. What's the band's name? Oh, I can't think of what the name is. Yeah, Katie's case is legit. The Class T and classmate told me, but yeah, of course it is. Yeah, the record label I know made a comment to it. Oh, Canistarius, that's it. Oh, wow. Canis. Yeah. Well, that's. Yeah. She asked people to like her channel to prove the like. Yes, that's right, but they didn't. Oh, look. I just did a search for it. And it came up with a certain person who doesn't have a YouTube channel, not on YouTube, it came up with their YouTube channel. Guess who that was? And they posted a video 6 months ago. Wow. And there's a Facebook, Instagram, and Bandcamp. Moribund, yeah, they did it. They posted a statement about the fact that, well, they sort of said that that the band had to have known because they were open about it. So yeah, and so that tweet got unpinned, and her new tweet, her new tweet was came about. Yes, that's right. Last I heard, the head honcho community statement. Yes, that's right. That they knew about it. Yeah. So interesting, isn't it? Yes, this statement was weird, but it was to show that they actually did know that. To know that they were just trying to prove that it was not quite right. Okay, cool. Oh, see if you can find it. That would be really cool. So that's really interesting. Oh, we're going to buckle up. Let's buckle up. We might have the tea here. Okay. Let's see if we might have. What date was that? Apparently he it does woodworking. There's a picture here of the fact that he opened up a oh, I think she's training to be a lawyer. She could go off and work for Saltsy. So crazy. So there's some very interesting things. That was fun. It was funny. They said they were supporting bands for their but don't support the racist. Wasn't? Yes, it was, because they were saying, because the Paulsons was saying that he had merch, that they weren't even satanic, and the band, the record label came out and said that, well, no, we are satanic, we support satanic stuff. So huh. What day was it? Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. It sounds like Harmony has all her uni friends on the case as well, hey? Be pretty cool. And Cecil just here sitting here trying to Google it, eh? Who's going to get it first? Who's going to find it first? If it's true, that would be unbelievable. That's interesting. Toad had a podcast at one point too. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we want salty mugs. So she's there's been quite a bit of interest. The Reddit site's got a bit on Todd or Toad. Salty, not stirred. Everybody needs a bit of salt in their life. Oh dear. Oh, did you see this? I'm just going to show this. This is from the Reddit. She's going to get herself into trouble again. Miss Crystal Ball. So I'm just going to show the Reddit here. She says, then you have James Charles gatekeeping again. It's like, why can't we just be nice? And then she says, I mean, his mum told me he's a narcissist. Like, what's she doing? She doesn't learn, does she? I'm a salty stan. Maybe it's to hide the horns. Cade Toad, who isn't a public figure and doesn't have a channel. Yes, that Toad. Yes, that Toad. If you look up, okay. Okay, I sent a message to her. I only saw where she showed his music video with the Nazi signs all in it. Yes, but apparently that's to do with his heritage. Apparently, allegedly. Okay. Reddit's got everything. Oh, look. Oh, wow. So let me just show you this one. This, again, is a Reddit stock account that uses the / mid-sentence and speech patterns. So, so the comment is that your opinion, but the Laurie document provided screenshot evidence to show that the bulldogs still exist and have been used. Actual evidence was provided. So how do you deny that? And if you do not, what have I done here? And if you do not deny it, how do you defend it? Another person jokingly said, here's another attack dog. I deny that about / myself / wholeheartedly. I've never been directed to say anything, Katie or anyone. I can't speak for others. And then my son's teacher is amazing. We call her the autism whisperer /. Then this happened to me on Instagram. I got blocked for sharing news of what happened. I'm a Democrat who spoke against the attack /. I didn't target you. Wow. I tell you what, those Reddit people are amazing. Hi, just me. Not yet. I used his Twitter pitch and put it. Oh, wow. Cool. We killed 2 toads tonight. Oh, dear. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, I need a clever comment. Sass and salty. Sassy and salty. Take a look at her Twitter followers sometime. Okay. Oh, can I do? Oh, I'm blocked, so I can't have a look at the full account because I'm blocked. I haven't gone down the Reddit rabbit hole with her. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Don't make me call salty. That's a good one. Lots of Trisha Paytas stuff. Okay, so this is a Twitter here. This is a tweet here. There's these large. Yes, Gail. Does Salty have all the Reddit stuff? He has. He's actually a member of the Reddit. He's actually a member of Reddit, so he sees it. Can you react to a song? What song would it be? I love Salty. Blocked. Geez, seems like yeah. Yeah, I'm blocked. I can't see her Twitter followers. I've had to log out. I'm actually not signed in. So these large YouTubers do this to smaller creators all the time. They intimidate, bully, and punish people when they speak out. Like AJ. This is why people are scared about ever going against their BS narratives. They know they will pay for it, and this kind of culture has to stop. And yet if small creators didn't raise to debate, because two wrongs don't make a right, and took time to think, articulate, and handle it firmly but kindly and maturely, there would be no need to cultivate the drama, to cultivate the culture to begin with, and cause way less drama. Okay, go talk to Trisha. I think she's justified. I never said a response isn't justified. I said taking the time to make the appropriate response because it doesn't matter what the other person has done, all you can be is accountable for your own behavior. We'll eliminate a lot of hate and drama. IMO. She goes, this isn't about me. Oh dear. Oh dear. She's blocked Laurie on YouTube. I think Laurie was on her live and you only see. Yes, that's right. She needs an echo chamber. I know, just me. She makes, yeah. Then says, I wasn't talking about, she says, I wasn't talking about you. I meant you as in you small creators. Sorry if I misunderstood that. I'm sorry, that was a bit short. What I should have said was that the you was not directed at you personally. I was following through on the thread and meant you as in general term, not to attack you. I apologize if that's how it sounded. That was supposed to be, it was supposed to be, wasn't directed at you. Sorry again. And here's what we believe is the sock account. She keeps saying her lies. Oh, I spoke about this and lost 60 subs. No, you blocked just that many people. True. She blocked me and I never followed her. Yeah, that's right. With so many blocks. Yep. Well, I mean, she barely gets, like, it was only 13 likes. Because that's all I see. That's all I can access on the profile. So, like this, Joy, Anna, and Austin Forsyth slam for putting 2-year-old son life at risk. And then someone's written, it's appalling to call someone bad parents when you have objected to being called that yourself. And making that assumption from SUC online, you don't know these people, like people don't know you personally. Seriously, you BS on about yourself being misconstrued. She read out a message from the chat and it's been removed now. Yes, isn't that interesting? There are lots of sock accounts. Hello, Kiki. Not blocked, but I don't have Twitter or Insta yet. She blocked my son. He's 15, never commented or looked at her account. Surely blocking Laurie's. Oh, I don't know. I'd say so. Well, I mean, if you set up enough sock accounts, you'd have enough people to like your account. That had 1 like, by the way. Isn't it true that I know what I'd put on a mug if I had to do one for Emily. It'd be yo. Yo. Oh, she blocked me from Insta a year ago. Yeah. Yeah, so wow. I'm not blocked yet. So I just find it very interesting that she's retracted. And then this Mums and Mayhem has actually recommended that check out her channel. She's pretty fantastic. She's berating a woman for talking about losing her daughter. Katie was using her son as a shield when in fact she was upset about a deposition being given to the prosecution by her former ride or died. Clarissa and La Miguel to the rescue, hey? Yeah, that's right, hell freeze over. Then it's, are you seriously co-signing racism, mum shaming, dishonesty, mass flagging and defamation? Is that where the mayhem part comes in? There is nothing fantastic about somebody who belittles their subscribers. You have just lost all credibility. All of these KJ Sock accounts are hilarious. You know that no one likes you, or even your ride or die turned on you. That's funny. That is funny. Give me a moment. Oops. Just give me a moment. Oh, yeah. What just happened? Just lost something. Oh, I'm not very good here. What did I just do? Harmony just sent me something. Ah, yes, the change.org. Oh. All right. I'm gonna share this with you guys. And if I apologize, I just had to do something. I'm sure you'll like it. What happened to you all? You've all disappeared. Where are you? They're all gone. They're all gone. Oh, there you are. You're all gone. Okay, here we go. Hey, Crystal Bill, how are you? Mums of Mayhem. Yes, they did. Offered to mediate discussion between. Yes, they did. Wasn't biased at all. There are 500 people who've signed to get her off YouTube. I think we will. Hey, Crystal Bill. Yes, I applaud what Lorianne did. She think she was driven by revenge, whatever the case, she did the right thing. Yeah. Well, if you watch back to the earlier part of this video, I showed a bit where somebody had talked to Saltsy about whether or not she was telling the truth. And Saltsy said that she handed over her email account and her Twitter account to him. He's gone and they read every single email. They went through every single Twitter. They spent 11 hours on the phone with her. And they went through the whole thing word by word. And she signed it. She signed it after she was happy with it. So he's actually in possession of her account. So let me just I'm going to put this in a link. Bang Bang Court is in session. Yes, Crystal Bill. I was laughing at just laugh how Crystal Bill tries not to swear, but she can't help it. Because it's just, oh, you will love Katie. You would love the live we just watched, Crystal Bill. I can just see the stuff that you're going to do. This is a link. Hey, Sammy Jane. So there's 517 signatures to deplatform without a Lorianne. I love that. So here it is here. So it says, without a Crystal Ball has taken her reporting too far. She has violated all of YouTube and Twitter's terms of service, and she's allowing and encouraging her fans to dox people. No YouTuber should benefit off a child's trauma. We demand justice for our children. Enough is enough. Katie Joy, you are not a real journalist. Demonetize her and take her off the platform until she stops using minors for her profit and her views. We are the voice for the voiceless. We will defend anyone she harasses. She should not be able to make a single dime off anyone's pain, least of all children. Together we can have her remove her content about kids, especially her own. Together we can force YouTube to listen. This is unacceptable. Blaming a victim is not acceptable. Trauma is not tea. Pain is not for profit. You can't get clout off people who you're hurting. We need to make her understand what she's doing is wrong, and the harassment of other creators is illegal and against all social media terms of service. It is time to take a stand. We don't support people who blame the victims. We do not support people who lie and defame others. We should not condone her profiting off people's pain. This woman has to be stopped. If nothing else, her video is demonetized. So it started 4 months ago. So anyway. I may or may. How come not my? Oh, that's right. I don't. It is very. It does tear you to bits, doesn't it? Because you want to get her off, but there's a child involved. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't think people know about it. That's the link to sign the petition. Yeah. Yeah, I've just posted the link. Yeah, it is bittersweet. It's like you want to sign it, but you don't want to sign it because there's a boy involved there. As long as Salts is working with YouTube, her channel isn't going anywhere. Well, that is also true. Humphrey's over. Yeah. But I thought there would be more signatures. Well, she could get another job. She could get another job. A real job, says just me. But yes, it is one of those moments where you get really, really torn about it. Oh, really? The state of Minnesota pays for her child, says Kim. So you're saying that it wouldn't matter that her son would be well looked after. Okay. Oh, Crystal Bill, if you go to the after show video at around 41 minutes and 37 seconds, you'll find that somebody has said to Katie that she used to like the Duggars until Katie started saying bad things about them and that she stopped watching. Remind you of anyone? I think that's more like it. Hell freeze over. Like Caroline said, there is so much more she could do. Yes. I hope YouTube will finally post some sort of sanctions as there is now evidence of mass flagging. Yep. Yes. Well, one of my videos got flagged, and it had nothing in it, but you know. Okay, cool. Has anyone watched their latest video done early today? Make right. No, I didn't. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that. I probably will look at that when I go to bed shortly. We all know she can't get a job involving hospitality, says. Okay. She gets an SI for him and also gets SI to take care of him. She has said this in her live. I was legit in tears. Oh, really? Tina sounds so broken. Look, I've seen some stuff on Reddit, but I haven't been able to work out what it's all about. So I'll have to watch the video to find out. And the state pays for his medical and this. So, all right. So where's all the money go then that they get? So the taxpayers take care of her son, says Kim. Okay. Harmony says at this point she hasn't followed the rules, so it's her own undoing, not ours. Okay, signed. Cool. This is said. Yep. Okay. I think we need to share it around. I mean, I know that it means that it's not likely to happen until after the court case. Well, yes, just me. She said that. And don't forget, she also said, you know, even her haters watching her video give her money. Hey, KJ, if you're watching this, would you like to sign a petition? We'd like to get you off YouTube. How's that? How would you like to sign a petition, KJ? So, okay, so up to 516 now. And also make sure that you share it to all your friends as well. I know that. Yeah, I heard that too. I know that in their house because that was a GoFundMe or something. Yes, I've heard that. She said she doesn't care if she gets downvotes because it's now. Let's just all be nice and be friends and not downvote. Yeah. It just means that, Emma, it just means that her videos don't get on the recommended list. They don't get recommended. They don't get up higher. There's lots of other videos. If you do a search for some of her videos, like if you do a search for Without a Crystal Ball, you'll find that you'll find that a lot of other creators' videos are there before any of hers. I know it's hard, but KJ has chosen to keep on being this way. She'll never change. She cannot recover from this. We all have to be accountable for our own mistakes. Why not her yet? That's right. All right, guys. I'm going to have to go. I've got another full day ahead of me, and I really just want to make sure that I gotta have my wits about me tomorrow. So, yeah, she doesn't need YouTube income, no. Maybe she'll sign her own petition. Just yeah. Well, as I said, I'm sure. Saltsy's got something up his sleeve. I'm sure that that's going to happen. Oh, did you want to share it? If you can share it, Harmony, that's fine. Katie feeds off the attention that YouTube provides, and your normal job will not appeal to her. That's right. You are correct there. You are correct. It's like me. Well, that's true. That's true. That's all right. So look, I'll be back on tomorrow night. Let's see. Hopefully it'll be a nice quiet day. I know I'll be busy tomorrow. I know that tomorrow when I get to work, I've got to put on full PPE and be ready for the first tennis court to be empty, and then it's got to be cleaned. I think we've got 2 hours to clean completely. So we have to do 2 hours, and then we have a 30-minute break, and then we start again. So it's pretty full on. So yeah, sanitize. Oh, look, I sanitized. I actually tweeted our Metro today because I took a picture of a broken sanitizer thing, and I said, look, I'm in the quarantine. I'm in the hotel quarantine program, and you don't even have hand sanitizer. I've got my own. And they've said, well, where is this? Because all of ours are working. And I wrote back and said, well, I haven't seen any. So anyway, all right. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Thank you for joining me. As I said in my video this morning, that I'm actually overwhelmed, and amazed, and I can't believe that you're actually joining me every night to talk. This is just blowing me away. So anyway, have a good night, have a good day, whatever it is. All right, and I'll see ya.